Yo,
Yo,
Yo.
Yo.
Mr. Brian again.
Okay.
Man, I'm so
We
young.
Wefobz the
I'm so
Podcast.
young. Standing on my 10
Episode 19, ladies and gentlemen.
Started from a far place,
We here.
moving on, because I started from a far place.
Yes,
I'm all about the
yes.
money making. Don't got time for any haters. No,
So we done.
tryna go see different places.
Oh,
Cause I
yeah.
started from a far place. I'm all about the money making. I don't got time for any haters.
Man, oh, man.
Tryna go see different places.
Woo. Welcome back, Wefobz Nation, once again for the 19th time in a row. We are on fire here
yee!
at the Wefobz Podcast. You are keeping it posted with Chief Lot,
what up? What up?
Huni Moa,
Hey, weird.
Queen,
Hey now.
and Guy So Smooth. Beautifulness all over. Can't be said enough. We got this cool topic to talk about for this podcast, wherever you are. But before we get that going, let's do a little disclaimer here. Anything we say and or do on this podcast is meant for purely educational and entertainment purposes only. The opinions of the speakers brought forth on this podcast belong to the speakers themselves. Please don't hold it against us. And now you're going to hear about the Wefobz mission. So the Wefobz mission, who wants to take over for that? Any of you want to chime in, or should I take it away?
Go for it, bro. I don't have my notes.
Wefobz mission is to promote the changing of negative mindsets, stigmas, situations, and encounters into positive outcomes. Let's change those negatives into positives and get your life better. That's what we talking about, Wefobz Nation. Well, how are my hosts doing on this fine evening, morning, day, or night? How you all doing?
Doing great.
Thank you.
Absolutely fine.
Eee. So I got a hot one for all of you. Y'all heard about Iam Tongi,
Oh
American Idol?
Who's that?
Totally.
Hey.
Iam Tongi, our Polynesian brother, making it through American Idol. I think he's waiting to get to see if he made it through the top 12 or the top 10. I may be wrong. Don't quote me on that. But he's come a long way. And I figured, how about we do a number on reacting to him? Because there's just something about him, the cameras, his voice, his music, that I believe, the world over, not just us Polynesians, the world over is beginning to recognize. Am I blowing a lot of hot smoke here? What you all think?
Nah, you good. Oops.
So you all ready to get into it? Like, let's do a reaction video. How about that? We do a reaction vid for this podcast for our Wefobz Nation. You all want to do that with me? A reaction
Yes,
vid
let's
on
do it.
Iam Tongi. Oh, man. Chief, you good?
Do for one. Yeah, we do for one, man. We've been throwing out shout outs from Stop Acting Brand New, man. We've been following him from day one. You know what I mean? So,
Oh, yeah.
Tongi, bro, this was dedicated to you, my Toko.
Man,
Yeah,
we're
man,
gonna
let's do
tag
this.
you in these with these vids. So
I swear, if you don't throw a shout out to us, Toko, I'll see you when I see you, man.
I'm gonna play my Simon Cowell, whatever his name is, from the OG from American Idol.
they'll give you a nice gift there.
Yeah, man.
Anyhow, let me see if I can find it on here and put it up. I want to do his latest song because a lot of this latest one really hit a lot of people pretty good. His selection and music is just impeccable. Like if any of you are following the show American Idol, that's where you'll find him. If you are still hiding under a rock and you don't know who Iam Tongi is, but man, I'm not gonna I'm not going to keep talking. How about we watch it a little bit? Stop me if you guys ever want to stop me while we're watching through the video, because we're going to react to his show. This is the
I haven't
latest
seen it
one.
yet, so I'm looking forward to check it
Sounds
out.
good. Yeah, just tell me whenever you want to stop, guys and girls. Let's do a reaction video. Iam Tongi's latest. Everybody see this? We good?
You see your
Yeah.
whole screen up.
Yep. All right.
A few minutes later.
Encore, encore.
Bravo. Bravo.
Magnificent.
Woo, the floor is open, everyone. Wow. I got goosebumps. I'm pretty sure a lot of people can relate to that when Iam Tongi starts to sing. So what you all think? What you all think?
Who's going first?
Whoever.
You're talking. Go ahead.
Well, normally we'll give it to Chief. Chief,
Yo,
what you think?
Woo.
I don't know, man. Maybe that's just me though. You know what I mean? I don't think that was. I don't know. It didn't come off like exciting like all the other ones for me.
Well, I want to talk about this one because I love Abba, and I love the rendition he did on this one. I've never heard it sung like this before. So to me, it was powerful because what the lyrics mean, what it talks about, and the fact that you know the history of Iam, and you know Iam Tonga,
Tongi, yeah.
Tongi, sorry. I wasn't like really like a fan, but him doing this song during this, it just shows me that he is capable to do many more. I mean, we're so used to hearing our islanders doing, you know, island music and so forth, which is great. But to do this rendition on this song, Abba, I mean, I'm a big fan of his now, so I'm just, it was really good. I really loved it.
Uni, anything to say?
I think this is by far his worst performance from the
What?
last three. Yeah, that's my take on it. He couldn't hold the notes when he had to stretch it. You know, when you hit the falsetto didn't clear out. And then also his deliverance towards the mid intro of the outro. Yeah, it didn't. He didn't nail it at all. He couldn't keep the you know, there's a part when the vocals has to come out and you gotta hold it for a certain amount of time, and you can just tell that he wasn't able to hold the notes. He has a good voice, but you know, American Idol's all about all around it. You know what I'm saying? You can sing all genre and your voice can cover all. So yeah, I give him from a 1 to 10, I'll give him a 7 just to be kind. I don't know. I'll take that back. I'll give it a 5 for tonight's performance. And that's
You
my
went
time.
down 7 to a 5 anymore.
Hey, you're asking me my opinion. I mean, now you go back
I
to
think that's a great.
there you go.
Each their own. I'm actually have the way opposite view from you, bro. I give him a 10 out of 10, man. He sang that in his rendition, like his style of voice, and wow, it's the soulfulness of his voice, and I believe it's just the fact he didn't need to strain himself on it. I think if you're trying to look at it from a perspective where you got to sing like the artist, I think this is where a lot of people run into, oh, you got to sing just like the person who sang the song beforehand. But I believe Iam Tongi took that song and made it his own. He didn't need to really push the notes, and just there's a thing called soulfulness in a person's voice, and what do you call it? Feeling, emotion. That's just me. I mean, my opinion. He really, to me, he hit it. Like, I know that Abba song, and I know because my freaking family members love playing Abba up and down the whole freaking yard. Oh my gosh, I'm so tired of Abba. But then the way he sang that one, to me, it just
Great memory.
I was saying it, yeah, not only great memory, but the way he has this thing about his voice which reminds me of Brother Is from Hawaii. The former Brother Is. Peace out to him and blessings to him up in heaven. But his voice just kind of, to me, it feels like it's a healing, soothing sound to his voice. And he stuck to his guns instead of trying to push it out there. That's just me, though.
Yeah, that comes from a lot of everybody that can't sing. You know what I'm saying? For singers.
Are you serious? You issuing a challenge that you can sing, bro? Oh man,
That comes from
Rudy,
like
you
people that
literally want
love
to take it
to
there.
hear voices and stuff, man. I respect y'all opinions on it, y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'm not knocking it.
It's the people that cannot sing are the consumers that pay for you people who knows how to sing. People who don't know how to sing are probably the ones who pay the most money out there to buy the record to the people who so-called can sing or want to be singers. You know, just. But Iam Tongi, is it? Tongi? I keep getting it mixed up.
Yeah, because it's Tongan. T is D in Tongan, huh?
Okay.
T is a D sound in Tongan.
So Iam is for his first name, William.
Yeah, I believe he changed his name just recently to be legally Iam Tongi.
He should definitely use that name. Go Tongi his ass back to Hawaii because he sucked tonight.
That's gonna be such a controversial view. Oh my gosh.
I'm gonna be the Islander that's gonna be the one that's against it, and I'm gonna stand by it. He sucked tonight.
Just make sure you don't get labeled a hater, dude.
Hey, like Cat Williams said, if you ain't got nobody to hate on, feel free to hate on me.
I hate to like argue against that, but it's true, man. Like, I swear at the beginning I heard him like was off and flat.
Yeah, he was off.
And that's what threw me off the beginning part. And to my understanding, they critique all the performance and every song that he sang, especially the ones that no one's ever heard before. He has a tendency, because he has a very unique voice, to make people like that aha moment, like wow. And his voice is soulful. It's a very unique voice, very angelic, soft, and it's very soulful, R&B-ish, reggae kind of swag. That I get. The rendition, because I'm not a fan of that song. And if you can look at all the judges, right? Every song he's performed up to this point, they would be on their feet and they're just going crazy. That's because as a singer, they possess a balance across all levels. And I hate to say it, I think this one, this can cause them, but then majority will rule. It's like just between the panel of us four, for example, right? It's a 50-50. But in every performance he's done, there was no 50-50 on anything. It was knocked it out the ballpark kind of thing. So, but it's good. You know, just hearing you guys' feedback, you guys have connections to this song. He probably still has a good fighting chance to advance through, but I would not be surprised if this one doesn't get him through to the top. That's just my personal opinion. I just didn't feel it. I couldn't. I don't know if
when you guys
it was
say
the
50-50, the judges ruled it 50-50 in his favor. I didn't get to the judgment part yet. That was the first time listening to that clip.
If you pay attention to all his, because this is his fourth song, right? This is his fourth time singing. So normally the judges will just go crazy and be amazed by it. But this one, no, they were just sitting there.
You wouldn't think that it's because it's getting closer to the final top 10, top 5, that they wouldn't want to show too much affection to one singer.
No,
I don't think so.
No. That's the beauty of music.
And the 50-50 I'm talking about is us four, right? Like us four. Oh, yeah. Like if we were the ones.
I think at the end of the judgment on those guys, they can kind of give them good remarks, though.
You guys can try to convince me, but I'm telling you guys, my judgment is going to still be the same. Now I rate him a 4. But y'all firing back at Puni Moore with his opinion.
What do
No,
you think, Wefobz Nation? Oh, go ahead, Chief. Go ahead.
Yeah, I would have to agree. I'm sorry. Like, yeah, I've been a fan from the beginning. I mean, we know this. We're probably the first platform that acknowledged Iam Tongi's journey and caught it right at the beginning when his audition started. Before he blew up, we've been the fans have been throwing shout outs to Iam Tongi the entire journey up to now, possibly the top 10, maybe. But I honestly believe, as I listened to every single one of them, they were worthy to be top 10. I just don't know if he's going to pass this level for this track that he picked. It's a beautiful song. I'm sure it is, like every song, but the performance wasn't at the level that I expected at a American Idol level. So in due time, we'll find out. In the meantime, I think it was his worst performance out of all of them. But we're going to keep cheering on our young Polly, man. Keep doing your thing, Iam Tongi.
Well, there you have it, Wefobz Nation. We've got two sides of the coin. Queen and I believe that Iam Tongi put out one of his best renditions right there. Punio and Chief think it's one of his worst. What do you say? Comments. We want those comments. Is it the worst or is it the best? Where do you stand, Wefobz Nation, with Iam Tongi's latest rendition of Win It All, right? That's the name of the song? Win It All by Abba. Man.
Yeah. And I think this was his best performance. That's why.
Yeah, I'm with you there, sis. I'm with you there.
But we wish him luck. We wish this young Islander luck. You know, he's only 18 years of age, and he's got a lot of room to grow. But to me, this Abba rendition he did was the best I've seen him sing throughout the whole competition.
I don't know if it's like biasness comes in because, like Chief said, we have different feelings for different types of songs and memories and stuff like that. Maybe it is for all our 4 different types of views.
Yep.
But that's something to talk about, Wefobz Nation. Comment down below if you can on our YouTube, on our Facebook, whatever, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. Tell us what you think. Are you thinking that this latest rendition for Iam Tongi, his latest song, is a bust or a must? Bust or must? There's a guy who does that stuff on YouTube. Is it disgusting or busting? You guys know that guy? Yeah. Anyhow, how about we talk more further now that we've discussed his music and the way we feel about it pertaining to American Idol? How about we talk about Iam Tongi, the kid? Like it's saying they're 18 from Kahuku. He's man, he took up Hawaii as his, the stuff to be on his biography. But he lives in what? Washington? Was it Seattle?
Yeah, Seattle.
Be up there next where all the polys are, man.
You see the way he dresses and stuff like that? Like he's totally feeling comfortable in himself. But I don't know if any of you have gone through a lot of his older stuff, like before he became American Idol. He's been known to go on TV and a lot. Like he's had a couple of interviews with a couple of different channels, like news channels, and interviews with different agencies. He does singing online, like he had some songs posted online with him and his dad before his untimely passing. Shout out to Iam Tongi and the family. Blessings on your pops who's up in heaven and stuff.
R.I.P.
What do you think about that? Like his identity going through this competition. How do you all feel about that?
I think it's an original approach coming straight from an islander, Pacific Islander to be specific. We're used to that kind of style, right? That's kind of unique to everyone outside of the community.
Right? Cargo shorts, friggin' slippers. You see how he wore slippers?
Yeah. He's really being authentic with his dress code, his the way he presents himself. It's straight authentic island, vibes. He definitely passed the island vibes test on that I can feel the whole local swag, typical Polynesian, young, talented. I like the presence of the whole presentation. And in the story, it hits an emotional connection because one, he has a beautiful voice, and 2, how he became a singer, and then 3, the impact is his singing, because there's a bigger purpose because his father's gone. Just that whole combination right there makes it very emotional. You can't help but to feel part of the journey. And every song that he's hit has been on the money for the most part, right? And this one, even though I may not feel that it's his best one, it still could possibly be because it's brand new. You know, I mean, and then my biggest thing is, as an Islander, I like the whole fact that he's representing all the rest of the other polys. He may not be doing it intentionally, but to us, he is a representation of what Pacific Islanders singers are and stuff like that, right? Just the whole vibes, the whole style, his presence. I mean, fairly typical big boy style, just like most of Pacific Islanders are very heavy bone, large, tall, huge. So the whole presence is there, which is great. I love that a lot. And as people comment on his progress and his success, it just feels so right. It seems like everything is done the right way, and it's well deserved. And then with that platform, I think the biggest thing that I've picked was, because now the spotlight's on him, it's an opportunity for the rest of the community to have people look up, him more. And he called out another Pacific Islander island singer, man. That was pretty dope. Now sharing the stage of the limelight with this community, that was pretty nice. And I could imagine picking this song. It is a balance. I think the selection is right, because based on the criterias that, to my understanding, he's covering all bases, and he's knocking it off the ballpark. Like, that's pretty dope. Very beautiful. I really enjoy his journey, and yeah, man, I think he's going to do great. He probably will get through this as well too, and there's a slight chance he probably can win it all. So good luck to the young man. Beautiful story, beautiful presence. I love the representation as well too. Young cat. Nothing but good stuff, man. He's going to do great.
Truly, truly. What you all think? This journey he's on, going far, burning out, what?
Well, I hope he goes far. Like Chief Lot was saying, a lot of Pacific Islanders can connect with the story behind this young man. And I want to add on to it, the guitar. It's an identity for him. I watched one of the episodes where he almost didn't come perform because the guitar was not working correct. I guess it was, it was, but he sang with another artist, which I thought was very beautiful. And he went through it for an 18-year-old who recently lost his father, and then to come up and sing in front of in this arena, it takes a lot of courage and strength, and he's doing great for being an 18-year-old. And it doesn't really surprise me now that you have mentioned earlier that before all this, he was actually on the radio shows and doing, let's say, gimmicks before going to American Idol. So I commend this kid. I mean, I see him going a long ways, and I pray that he does, but if he doesn't, I'm sure he has other stuff lined up for him, but he is representing the Pacific Island community. And I usually don't follow, I used to be a big fan of American Idol, but it's like here and there. But this kid, I still don't watch the show, but just following him because we're following him. And I just wish him luck. But he has a great story, and I think that's what America's falling in love with, is the story and the way he's progressing with the story. So that's my take on it.
Anything else to add, Putin?
Yeah, just like I said, I'm supporting Iam Tongi. The simple fact that he's an Islander, it doesn't matter what my evaluation of his previous performance was. The bottom line, he's an Islander, and yes, I'm always rooting for our polys, especially him being a youngster, 18. I just hope he doesn't get gypped just like how Tanel got gypped. You know what I'm saying? the whole islanders Polynesian can back him up, but one state of like Montana can just vote for another, and it's over with. You know what I mean?
It's crazy, right?
Yeah,
Trying to get accepted on a universal level where we start playing up in those echelons. Yep.
Yeah.
But it's off to him because Iam Tongi, look at his weight. And for him to come at 18 years old,
yeah,
his body and just his bravery. So I salute him and have the utmost respect for him to show up. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of islanders, none of them got the guts to do that. And hats off to him, man. I'm definitely cheering him on and wishing him the best of luck. You know what I'm saying? Gonna follow him until the end.
Yeah, and it's nothing to say against Iam Tongi's weight, everyone. It's just showbiz. Like in showbiz, a lot of things will work against you if they're like trying to get things to make it look good on the camera. I just like Punimo said, we just feel that he's breaking a lot of barriers with with what he's representing for himself and his own identity moving forward. That's the beautiful part of this journey and the beautiful part that we're all following, because that's a role model everybody from our region can aspire to be like and wants to aspire to be like. They see that's their dreams. A lot of people's dreams, a lot of little kids' dreams. Being the singer up there, American Idol. Right?
Yeah.
I just hope they don't I really hope they don't mess him up, because another big body person, the first one was Ruben Studdard. Remember him?
Yeah.
Didn't Ruben win?
Yeah, he won. And then he was after that, he didn't do much after that.
So my bad. Didn't Ruben he passed away too, right?
And RIP if that's the case, allegedly. I'm not sure. I don't know.
Man. Yeah, right. I remember that. I remember you saying people were like kind of discussing that. That's when, people started getting into the troll mentality online.
No, I honestly do not know.
Wow. Well,
he's succeeded already. I think he's already reached the success that he was dreaming for any person who would go that limit, right? If he takes it to the top, that's just a bonus in my opinion, because one way or another, the journey alone it's not an easy journey, man. Like
no,
the challenges every person has to go through. So regardless, I think he's achieved the success that he can. It's what he does from here on forward. It's going to make all the difference, because even if he doesn't even go any farther than where he already is, already the world to see him, they're going to hit him up. That's kind of common.
Plus, yeah,
we're going to pick him up. He's going to have opportunities. I mean, just the idea of being on national TV at that kind of platform is already a success.
Yeah. I mean, we can
very
speak from experience, bro, because we followed him when he had a few followers on his Facebook page. You see that Facebook page now, it blew up, and his YouTube channel blew up because he keeps posting updates there, which I love what he's doing. He's starting to use his head, and I don't know if there's a manager backing him up and telling him, hey man, make sure your presence is felt by everyone.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
But I know there's also stipulations that ABC gives him and stuff like that on non-disclosure agreements and stuff on what he can do or what he can't. But just the fact that he can operate within those lines and put out the updates that he does is pretty cool if you all follow it.
Everything is accessible to him now, and that's the biggest accomplishment, right? It's accessible to him. He has a platform now. What he does with it going forward is all up to him, and it's going to take this to the next level, because winning this, that would just be the icing on the cake for him.
Yeah.
Which he has potential to accomplish that. But we never know how these things swing, you know what I mean? So I have a good feeling. We seen it from the beginning. Like, even though my grading is not as great that I still think he's going to get through this one and keep moving up.
Got that spark.
Wish him the best. Wish him the best luck. Hopefully, he has good managers behind him, to back him and get him.
Yeah, at this point, the support system needs to be on point. His counselors, his mentors need to be on point. Because this stretch, that's American Idol. Wow.
Yeah.
I mean,
a lot goes on in American Idol.
This is bigger than Tanel's, the last one that they did, some new one.
Oh,
which one was
Tanel way bigger?
On?
There was some.
It was like with Snoop and what's her name? The country singer.
New show that they attempted. It was
Yeah.
new. It was.
What
It
would you
was
say, Queen? I think Queen had a question. What'd you say, Queen?
Oh, before you guys talk about Tanel, let's say if Iam Tongi would oh my gosh, I'm butchering the kid's name. Sorry. If he were to win American Idol, would he be the first Pacific Islander to win this?
outside
Yeah.
of Big Is.
Yes.
Right. Outside of Is, I think so.
I don't think Iz won any competition. Iz was just superstar, period.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
He didn't go to
Stardom.
any competition. He like
Correct.
I'm
Correct.
talking about
just-
American Idol.
no,
Yes,
but in
he'll be
American
the
Idol,
first.
yeah, he will be the very
American
first.
Idol. Historically, he'll be the first.
The
Okay.
very first in all competitions singing.
I think
All
American Idol,
competitions.
because remember, American Idol used to be way bigger than all the Voice and all the other new
Yeah.
ones. Right?
Yeah.
This tops all of that. If he actually can pull that off, wow, what an accomplishment!
Kind of
I
reminds
mean,
me like go ahead.
I'm sorry, he wouldn't be the first Islander to win it above all. You know what I'm saying? I won the first in Philippine back in 2019, and I took it all. You know what I'm saying? So he wouldn't be the first. He'll be the second if he was to win it all.
Who took it in the
Who
Philippines?
took it in the Philippines?
Oh, you know, myself. Ain't nobody else but myself. 20 more, baby.
Oh, I think we're gonna have to fact check that one real quick.
Hey, what I say is true. My word is bond, y'all.
Okay, must be the mall.
Allegedly.
Allegedly mall American Small
There goes
Idol.
your hate. Now,
Hey
there
man, you
goes
need to call out Iam Tongi, bro.
Queen,
Have a
let's not
competition.
hate. Let's
Bring
not
him on
hate.
here.
Iam Tongi, you ain't shit.
Oh,
Malika. Oh,
Hey, just kidding, Ian Tongi. Just
you
playing, bro.
kidding, man.
Yeah, he'll be the first. He would
Man.
definitely be the first. Oops.
Well, let's get,
Oh,
we do give him his flowers, but come on, let's get a little. This is just before we close out this topic and go into the rest of our show. I want to close it out on what he, something that's very important that he touched on for a lot of the people within our region, the people within our community, being priced out of paradise. I know a lot of us went through that. We had to move to get better opportunities, or it was too expensive to live at a certain area. I mean, can you all speak to that? Is it, he speaks to it like being priced out of paradise for Hawaii, and they speak to him, we want to get you back there. They're all making light of the situation, but I don't think people really understand how really deep that thing goes. And I don't think it's just our people either. It's a lot of different, ethnicities that go through the same concept. Can't find opportunities back at where they're at, where their homelands are at, so they have to move to the U.S. looking for the land of gold, milk, and honey. Come to the U.S. and some places in the U.S. are way expensive to live, so they got to get out of those places and move elsewhere. How do you all feel about that?
Isn't that like how all of them started? Because the other young Polynesian artist who's at Stardom at this point too is what's the other young Tongan girl?
Dana Jane.
Dinah Jane.
Yes, sir.
I remember her story too, man. When she came out too, like it was tough. Like I remember her talking about her family. That's kind of what every Polynesian I hear is like their family. They're all bunched up and they're it's the dream to get them out of there and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But is that the question? I think guys referring to just Hawaii. Is that all you referring to?
No, anything related towards the priced out of paradise phrase. Like I said, not just our people, it's everywhere.
it's everywhere. I mean, it's in the state of Idaho. It's in the state of Florida, Arizona. It's everywhere. Like San Francisco. People who grew up in those towns can no longer afford to even buy a house where they grew up. They're forced to move out because the jobs that they're working for is not lining up with the cost of the real estate. The job stays the same, so it's never changing, but the cost and value of everything has gone up, because of inflation and everything that's going on around the economy. So that's where the problem is, and people are forced to move. Like for Hawaii, a lot of people are forced to move to Las Vegas Some are even moving, to Seattle or to Nevada. And for someone like
Iam
Tongi,
Tongi. Yeah.
having to want to come back home, he may be able to afford it now because of the income, that he's got coming in. But just imagine if he were just to work a regular 9-to-5 job and you were living in the housing, you cannot afford to leave to purchase a home because of the prices. The problem is there's so many people that want to buy, but there's not enough houses to sell. Then you have investors, where investors are getting together, putting their cash together, and that's who are out there buying these houses and then rent them. So that's who the regular average Joe like ourselves are challenging, or or even the middle class, and even the poor, the class below the middle class. They can't compete with that because the investors are part of the problem. They buy it cash out, and then they just rent out places. So it's things like that that's going on everywhere across the state and so forth. And that's where you're getting kicked out of paradise because of the prices of things. That's the whole thing. I mean, the prices are egregious. It is insane. So yeah, that's my thought on it, and I keep track on that because there's a lot of first-time home buyers can't even buy, and the more they wait, the more it's going to get more expensive.
Man, that's so tough. I mean, let me ask you all this though: would you buy your way back to where you came from? If you ever got priced out of paradise, would you all, when you make money in the newer place that you go to, would you want to return back to the so-called paradise where you were at, or are you going to stay in the location that you're at currently? That's a kind of question to put forth. How do you all feel about that?
I would love to go back home. I would love to go back home.
Yeah.
I want to go back.
My paradise will be like living in San Francisco, not the islands.
Well, that's a good point, because you're not in Frisco. You're all over there on the other side of the U.S., right, bro?
Yeah, we got to travel to make ends meet, because the better
Would you want to return back to Frisco if you get it made, like when we finally hit our financial freedom goals?
Oh yeah, man. Being one of them high risers, you know what I'm saying, downtown,
yeah.
living that life, man. Just definitely not in the hood, not in HP. Still love to them, but more of like downtown area. Get a nice little.
Didn't they change it because of the light rail that went through?
I don't know.
I think
it changed a lot.
It changed, right?
Yes, it's a city within a city right now. There's like
we all gotta go back. We all gotta go back.
Yes, if Pudi Mo wants to go to
that's the roots.
That's the roots.
Yes, I would go back to San Francisco. I mean, like Pudi Mo said, I wouldn't go back to Hunters Point, but I love where I came from.
I love San Francisco, baby, but I just can't afford it.
Yeah. That's why we built Wefobz. We want to get to that part where we can. We want to get to our financial freedom. We're going to try to do it through our podcast, through our entertainment that we bring to all of you, Wefobz Nation. You already heard it here. All of the hosts want to return back to their roots. All of the hosts want to go back to their paradise. I'm pretty sure Iam Tongi is going to go back to his paradise, and then he's going to be accepted with open arms. But it's such a sad thing that in these paradises, you can't afford to live there, right? Like, what's it gonna take? What's the policies that gotta be made? What's the freaking rules and laws that gotta be passed? Who do you need to elect to get up there and start making some freaking changes?
I'd say press the reset button and everything needs to be changed and upgraded, updated. There's no way of fixing this at this point, man. It's getting worse.
I got a solution. How about we ask ChatGPT? ChatGPT, how do we get back to paradise? Speaking of that, before we close out this section, go on a commercial break. Hey, Kauai Hughes podcast peeps, how's that $100 challenge coming along? We heard you guys pulling it off pretty well over there. What's going on?
It's coming along pretty good, y'all. We're just following step by step, and It's working out. It's working out accordingly, you know. I mean, some of them, can you say, Queen, that some of it takes time? You know what I'm saying? Like trying to build the fan base, the follower and stuff like that, but just following the marketing side. What do you think, Queen?
It's a work in progress, just like you said. Checks mark here and there, but then there's some sections that we still have to work on.
Takes a little bit more time to get complete.
Yes.
Right?
It's not something that's going to happen overnight. So,
but does it make sense when ChatGPT gives you guys the orders? Like, does it make sense to you all how it works?
It makes a lot of sense.
I personally don't know until we make it.
It's easy to follow directions.
Yeah, I can follow it all the way to a T, but we'll find out.
We'll find out. Wefobz Nation, you're gonna definitely want to check out Queen and Puni more on the Wefobz Podcast, another show under the Wefobz Enterprise production. They're doing it big over there, so you don't want to miss it. There are times they air like 2 to 3 episodes a week, or even more. We have special stuff going on over there. They got a $100 challenge going with they asked ChatGPT to take $100 and turn it into a viable business for themselves, and they're going to try to follow all the rules that ChatGPT gives them. Chief and I are so glad to have them on, man. Queen Moore, shout out to you two for all doing that. It's like, why? Chief, we have another show, right? What do we call it? Are we going to tell everybody what we call it?
Nah, we good, man.
Nah, we good.
Oos, that's the podcast. Oos.
What's that? Tell us about it, man. Tell the fans. Tell the world. Tell Puni what the hell's up with Oos.
And how did you come about Oos?
Oh man, Chief, you're getting put on the spot here, bro.
It was just a funny idea because Wefobz Podcast questions everything. Why this? Why that? Why this? And
you want the answer.
Yeah, you want the answer. The Oos is you don't like the answer, so no. We're gonna change it. There's not perspective.
Oos, nah.
Oos.
But why, Oos?
We're gonna go in circles over and over and over. We volunteer to come and take that podcast on for us.
We gotta take a commercial break. You all too much, man. You all too much. Wefobz Nation will be right back after these messages. This show has been brought to you by Wefobz.io and specifically the Wefobz Nation store. Wefobz Nation store is where you can find all types of merchandise that Wefobz Nation members are into. Their interests span from clothing wear, to backpacks, to kitchen utensils, and even anime collectibles. Everything you will find at Wefobz.io. This show has been brought to you by Wefobz.io and specifically our Wefobz Nation store's bestseller section. Look in the bestseller section to find Amazon items that Wefobz Nation members usually purchase or are interested in purchasing. We are an Amazon affiliate, so you'll definitely be helping us out by clicking on those links and buying your items from our Wefobz Nation store. Bestseller section. Wefobz, bringing it to you. Wow. We just talked about our boy Iam Tongi doing his thing. Any closing thoughts before I start moving on to the next topics? Lady and gentlemen. You guys got anything else to say on that? Did we miss anything?
Yeah, the opportunity that Iam Tongi is doing is a very similar approach like the NFL's, right? With the quarterbacks and the quarterback elites.
Oh, right. When everybody be looking at Samoan people as just only linemen, right? Defensive line or O-line, but then is that what you're referring to? Now they can see us doing different positions in the NFL.
Yeah, it's like you mentioned, right, when we were discussing this earlier. It's similar to the sports. It's just on the music side of things, which is really cool. There ain't many on that. Actually, come to think about it, I think. Oh no, the girl, Dinah Jane. I think she's definitely on that level at this point.
Well, I think I can name a few with you. Her, what's his name? Jay Bug, Spawn Breezy.
Oh, that's correct.
No, not Spawn Breezy. I'll tell you
Not
that.
Spawn Breezy. What about the other guy that sang with the what's his name? There were a couple island singers. They're not on the same level. And the girl from that Tanel, she's getting there, right? Tanel's getting there.
Tanel was on TV.
Yeah.
With Snoop Dogg and what's her name? The country singer.
Beautiful. How about that one for Fifth Harmony, or was it Sixth? Remember, there's a Tongan girl in that group, that girl group.
That's
the one I'm talking about.
Oh yeah.
I think her and J Boog are the only two, and I'm only talking about on the level of mainstream, like they're
mainstream. That elite mainstream
premier, premium, right? Like at that level, exposure is one thing, but when you cross over, like Iam Tongi's definitely crossed over.
Yeah,
regardless
how is on that level, right?
All that, Brother is legendary, right? So that's stardom level, I think.
Do we have any traditional someone singers on that level?
Big is I think he's the only one in my. Oh no, and then we have the older ones, Booyah Tribe and the Jets.
There you go.
Yeah.
How did we forget about those guys? Booyah Tribe, the Jets. My cousins over here in Hawaii used to sing with the Jets a lot. They used to come around and Eva with these kick it with them out here. It's amazing. No.
And the new one starts with J Boog. He's definitely made a big crossover.
And then
Dinah with Fifth Harmony.
Fifth Harmony. We can't forget our boy Josh 685. Made the tune for Savage Love by Jason Derulo.
Yeah, he's definitely made a break. I think.
And Savage, the rapper.
Savage.
Yeah, the hip. Let me see your hips. Something like that.
He's one of those one-hit wonders from the US.
Man, did you guys see the documentary on there?
Savage is on New Zealand.
No, the new. I'm referring to the US platform.
Just US?
Yeah,
he did come to the US, but he didn't really break the US mold, though.
No,
I think
I wouldn't consider him as a US stardom from the US. Again, I would say J Boog, Fifth Harmony, where Dinah Jane is at.
Queen, do you know of any to add into the pot? Are you good?
I'm good. You guys keep talking. So what were you getting at with the Chief Lot with
the opening doors, right? Getting back to the basic what you just said. So Iam Tongi is like opening doors for singers, right?
He's hit that level now. That's like where he goes from here, he's already made it.
Nice.
So everyone in the news network, broadcast levels, everyone will follow him in the entertainment. And if whatever he does, he's going to he's got a platform now. And that's why I'm saying the one previous to this one, this last set that he did was amazing. I've never seen that happen. He's passed the torch over to his community and put Spawn Breezy. So I don't think Spawn Breezy has broken because everyone don't know who Spawn Breezy is. Now they should have an idea.
They've been looking him up after he sang that song, right?
I guarantee you, man, after he mentioned that, if you look at the analytics for Spawn Breezy for that segment time, and probably is till now still like it's probably dying out, but he had a spike in his ratings because everybody in the world, who was Spawn Breezy? And they're going to pull it up and they've seen him. So that could be his chance where it was passed over by Iam Tongi. That's amazing, right? On the NFL, it's not like they could have done that with each other. Just Sao Paulo in San Francisco couldn't endorse someone. You know what I mean?
It's kind of like what he did to like when he sang Monsters from what's his name? The Palangi Dude song. Remember the first one, Iam Tongi's original song that he entered the audition. When he sang that Monster song, everybody went back, and that Monster song went Billboard charts top 10.
Yeah,
and it was out for a while.
Was that the duet that he did after that first one?
No, the very first one, the very first song that put him on the map when he went and did the audition.
Oh yeah, the audition. This is worse. Right? Yeah,
I think that was his best.
I would say hands down. I agree. I finally agree with you, Pui. That was the best.
Yeah, it was.
Believe in me, y'all.
I'll say it, man. I cried on that song because I think a lot of men did it hits a string with you because there's just something about I know the women feel it too, but a guy with his father and stuff, right?
I looked at it as mom. Like I related to my mom, not being here.
Yep. You
I
can
hit
go
me.
that one. Like people who pass away, the ones that you really love and remember. Whew. All right.
Special.
Anyhow, man, shout out to Iam Tongi once again from the Wefobz crew right here. Iam Tongi, we're gonna tag you on this podcast. We follow you on Facebook. We're rooting for you going all the way. But we're gonna carry on with this show. Don't you all think? I'm with you there. All right. Anything else before I go into the next section? We good?
No.
We good. All right. Just making sure, gotta make sure my peeps are doing good. It's about that time. Once again, welcome Wefobz Nation to the Bzzz News section of our Wefobz podcast, where we give you the most friggin' weirdest, most exciting, most interesting, most supernatural, natural, unnatural news you've ever heard. It's things that we're interested in, and it's things that make your mind go bzzz at certain times. Are you all ready for this ride?
Oh, man.
All right, so just chime in whenever you want, and I'll give you all the spiel on what I found out there. It's some funny things and some things that are worth taking note of. All right, let's see where this goes. Okay, you all know about the Great Wall of China, right?
Yep, how about it?
So Live Science, Tom Metcalf, he writes about there was an ancient princess that helped build vast warrior empire that prompted China to create the Great Wall. So you guys gotta wrap your mind around this. So this guy's writing that they found like archaeological evidence about an ancient princess from back in the ancient days. She built this big ass warrior tribe, and it was that reason why they built the Wall of China, to protect against that tribe. It's a woman, yo. The woman been conquering the world back in the days. Who thought, everybody thinking it was just the men, but that's what this guy's writing about.
I don't know why the men are so surprised.
Wow.
Here's what it
That's
says.
so...
Elite woman, perhaps princess, played a crucial role in holding the Zhangzhou, I guess. I hope I said that right. One of the first nomadic empires of the Eastern Eurasian steppe together, a new study suggests. And it's, these are the ancestors of the Mongols that everybody saw in that Disney cartoon, Mulan, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Right? So the Mongols kept attacking China. Well, they said this woman, this princess, was the one that helped build that tribe that scared the shit out of China to go build that wall.
Mulan built it. Nice.
Yep. All right. Back to your favorite subject, Chief. Footage of UFOs over conflict zones are seen for the first time, and it's devastating. This is by Chris Eberhardt of Fox News. This footage is coming out of the Pentagon. Remember?
Not surprised.
The freaking military is releasing the footage. The Pentagon released a video of a UFO flying over an active conflict zone in the Middle East back in 2022, and its mere existence creates the probability of unintended crossfire, according to experts. Meaning, these things flying in war zones. They're flying in war zones. The U.S. military took videos of this stuff, and they're worried they're going to hit the UFO and cause a catastrophe because the UFO might be coming firing back at them. Kind of shit. This is
That's
what the
crazy.
world has come to.
Watch out for my ET cousins, guys.
So even more to that, Brian O'Connell from the street he writes, the Pentagon releases formally classified clips of UFOs over the Middle East. So this clip of the UFO over the Middle East, it's a metal ball. It's like literally a metal sphere ball. Like you ever watch the X-Men movies?
Which one?
The one with Magneto, how he creates like a metal ball to.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It looks like that metal ball. If you look at this video clip, it's like a metal ball over the Middle East. It's shaped like a ball, like a metal ball. This thing flying in the air.
What is it called?
They call a UFO. But now they call it UAPs, unidentified aerial phenomena. I don't know why they're changing the names all the time. Well, I do know why they're changing the names, because UFOs have such a bad stigma on it.
The UFO is played out, so they want to create a new.
They want to do a new day. They're doing the Wefobz thing. They're spitting it on a positive note.
Right? Trying to make it user friendly.
And also, while Pentagon keeps releasing information.
I'm telling you all, I don't know. This news just keeps popping up about aliens and stuff. I predict within the next 20 to the 2026, we're gonna finally get the news. Yeah, there's aliens. Yeah, there's ways we can travel to their worlds. AI is gonna help us get there.
Or maybe we're the aliens. Did you guys ever think about that?
I remember you saying, right?
Mm-hmm.
I know. Are we sure it's Puni Moore, Chief Lot, or is it you guys so smooth, or is it you guys clone? I mean, who knows?
Ooh,
never know.
That's why are we thinking scary things right now? Things that make your mind go bzzz. Well, that's all I have for business news. Anybody else want to add anything in there?
Any word on the Joe Rogan clone? You know how he had an AI?
Oh wow.
Any word on that
one?
I
think he said like okay. So they had not on Joe Rogan, but then what do you call the guys who run the production for Eminem filed a lawsuit against this other guy. He created a Eminem AI that raps about cats. He was given a cease and desist order. He was also sued. So they're saying it's getting into the line where you cannot use the image of another person, the image and likeness of another person, even if it's created in artificial intelligence.
Yeah. Remember the one I sent you guys with what's his name? Eddie Murphy, when he was on the stage and he was talking about just making fun of the Jello guy. That was crazy.
Bill Cosby.
Bill Cosby.
Yep. The Jello guy.
Jello man. Jello with my pudding.
The Jello guy in jail.
That's crazy, man. Like, there's a few of them that I've like ever since that Joe Rogan one came up. And because a lot of us are Joe Rogan fans, especially us dudes. I mean, I've been seeing some of them like, is this the real Joe Rogan talking now? Ever since that damn news came out, man, it just ruined it for me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But man, let me put it to all of you all. Like, right, the antics or the behaviors of the rich and the powerful, right? They operate on a totally different judgment, right? Like for shit that they can pull off, like crimes they can commit or things that they do behind closed doors.
No one should be allowed to have $1 billion in their net worth. Are you kidding me? That's the power that gives them that. Like, there's so many things that we can do in life. Donating, like, if we're spending all our tax dollars for stuff like that, why don't these billionaires? I don't think people should reach that level of wealth, because then you can start plotting on some things like that.
Well, yeah, man, it's so tough. This is like a tough subject because the billionaires themselves think, oh, we worked hard for this money. This is our money. But it's because they have all that money that they can exploit the loopholes that they don't have to pay the taxes, right? And it's the middle class that always pays the taxes. And this is where I get back to Puni, man. He always brings it up. Like, why did people label us classes? It's the sad truth. It's hard. There are classes in America, like lower class, middle class, and high class. It exists, even though they're trying to do equality and equity. and all that thing. Well, it does affect us as the Wefobz host and Wefobz Nation. It affects you too. One of the things, like we say, we're trying to get to is this financial freedom. I know I told Chief, and I'm telling Queen and Queen more now, that I want to try to get to my financial freedom without stepping on a lot of toes. But eventually, it's probably going to happen.
Yeah.
That's
hard to do
that's-
it.
right.
That's the
That's
only way.
But it's so sad that we have to do it that way. I know there's countries out there that they've done it in modes of cooperation where they're really well off, like Sweden, New Zealand,
Allegedly.
allegedly.
Yeah, because I mean they say that,
Netherlands.
somebody they had to kill somebody or murder somebody just to hide the evidence for
Ooh,
in order to take
that's
over.
a heavy one right there.
I
That's
know
a heavy one.
that's pretty extreme, and I'm pretty sure it exists.
Yes.
But there's other ways to accomplish that without murdering anybody or just going cartel on people.
And we're trying to
Yeah,
share
Dirty.
like
that.
what does,
We're trying to
you
share that with you all.
Yeah, it's dirty politics, man. Like,
Man, but is it gonna take dirty politics for us to get to where we're to get to that point? Like to affect these policies that would help us like return back to paradise, that would help us reach better salaries, that would help us get better housing. Is it gonna take that? What do you man?
No.
the people will have to do something. Do you guys think that
There you go. It's the people.
it's the people? I think, like, I mean, is it safe to say that it's called for a civil war?
But
So-
you know, the system, ooh, civil war. Wow.
You think that's something that's going to help out? Because that seems like that's what it's going towards, right? No, is that too extreme?
No, it's too extreme. The
No,
people themselves don't even want a war within, a lot of people don't. I think they're because of all the movies and stuff that we watch about war and about killing and stuff like that. I believe that a lot of the audience within the US is numb to the effects of war. The ones who know about war the best are the ones from the ages of Vietnam, the Vietnam War. And I can tell you from experience that the guys from the Vietnam War, all the military vets and the people who lived during that time, they're getting screwed over by America in terms of trying to get benefits and stuff like that. And it was bad. Like war, they always say war is not the way to go. But
So if
Chief,
people is
you bring up a good point though. That's
what I'm saying, right? The people is the only way that's going to make this thing change.
But how? Like the people don't even realize that they have the power to do it. Like
They do. They just don't know how to. That's what I think. Or there's no leaders that's willing to step out there because they call for a civil war, a leader to come up and do that. Just take someone ignited. I mean, what else is there outside?
They actually tried to do it. You guys saw they actually tried to do it back in the former president's time. They did the riot on the January 6th. They tried to cause a civil war and everything. There was the Proud Boys or whatever they were called. They were ready to go to war. They just had to wait for a word from Trump. This is all brought in the court case.
And that's where we're at right now. There's so many different sides. Like everyone,
which is stupid because it's one nation. One nation. If they all work together, no matter what their feelings are on stuff, they could get shit done.
That's why we need an alien invasion to come, so that once we all unite because of that, then we can turn around and fix it.
Man, tell me about it. There wouldn't be one nation.
It's going to be the humans against the machines.
Oh,
Terminator
wow.
been telling us for a long time.
We're gonna be fighting the machines, and the aliens gonna come in as like the fourth party.
Hollywood's been telling us that's been a propaganda going on forever, and we can never pay attention.
Oh my gosh.
We could never beat the system, man. It was well thought out, man.
Wow.
Watch The Simpsons. They know better. They know what's going on.
Oh my god.
I don't even think there'll be an alien invasion because even the aliens are looking at us and they're like, "Man, I don't want to deal with that drama."
There won't be no alien invasion because you say we are the aliens. We invade ourselves.
What I'm saying, they're like, "Man, they can't even get along." Sheesh. It's like a woman being on a period, man. Sheesh.
They be up in their spaceship looking down at Earth. Nope. Nah.
In those terms, it could be very unattractive to even want to consider, like in the mentality of like, oh, no, my mouth give me.
Well, let me
Let's just
get,
move on and go somewhere else, man.
did you all watch that movie Avatar: The Way of Water?
Yes.
Yeah.
Freaking Earth people going to go to this planet to try to kill everything on that planet so they could live there because they destroyed Earth. What? That's where our people's going. Anyhow, jeez.
That was
That
your
was,
point.
yeah.
You know,
That's-
here's another way to beat the 2%. You know, because when we're talking about, we're really talking about these 2%ers that are controlling the whole world with their wealth. Is Bitcoin to outshine them. That's a way to give it back. But then not all entire country has a Bitcoin. So it will be only those that are invested in Bitcoins. You guys will eventually become the 2%, part of the 2%. So then we're going back to square one. You know what I mean?
Well, as long as well, you know, Wefobz is already on that play. Wefobz Nation, we already on that play. We're going to tell you how it goes once it gets there. They're saying that Bitcoin should hit 100,000 by 2024. We will see. It's a lot of talk, man. It's a lot of speculation. We want answers. We want it now.
Well, we only want it because we're not at that. We don't have what the 2%ers have. Now, once we have what 2%ers have, we're going to be on that side of the line. You know what I'm saying? It goes back and forth, yo. You don't know what's actually there.
How awkward would it be that we're having this discussion, and maybe one or not all of us become a 2%er in the near future?
So the real question is, okay, would you, like what we're talking about right now, Chief Law and Guy So Smooth, you guys are complaining like, man, we need to do something about it. Now, if you guys were part of the 2%ers right now,
there you go.
Would you eat what you just said, or would you go ahead and give all your wealth to the world?
Chief, should I spill the alpha on these guys on what the whole friggin' nation?
What do you think this Wefobz Nation is, man?
This Wefobz Nation was to get to that 2% where we could start creating a nation for everyone else to step up into that one. We'll root you out of your bad habits, your bad practices, out of your bad nations, and we'll try to give you something to start on. We can, you know, get our academies going, we will start grooming you to become the best that you can be. That's what we want to do with Wefobz Nation. If we ever, when we get to the 2% status, it's not about us being the 2% status. We want to change that 2% status to the 50% status, to the 100% status.
All right, let me say something about that to fire back. I'm gonna call you guys bullshit because we already have examples right now that are living human beings that are right now are not able to do that too. Like Dwayne Johnson. You have what's his name? LeBron James. You have all these sports people that make so much. Kevin Hart, billions of dollars. I mean, millions of dollars. I mean, LeBron James is a billionaire right now, and he's only taking care of his own circle. My point is because the number that we're talking about a lot of people here, bro. It's very hard, and then people are gonna be unappreciative of you helping out. You're gonna burn out. You're gonna be like, man, screw them. I'll just take care of my own families, my inner circle, and we're gonna move on. Because that's how the world is, bro. The world is ungrateful human being. They don't, when you try to help them out, they're always gonna find a reason to bite back. And that's my opinion.
I want to just refine that a little there. LeBron James, Dwayne Johnson do have a lot of foundations that help out with philanthropical, how do you call it? Philanthropist style stuff to help people in different areas of their states, their towns, their regions. We can't cut them short. That it's just their circle. They do put money into big things that help people on other different levels.
Yeah, I know, but you guys are talking about that you guys are going to help the world out or the nation?
No, we helping our nation. We building our own nation. We don't want to help the world out, man. The world can go help itself out.
That's what I'm saying, though.
Fuck the world.
LeBron James and Dwayne Johnson, they don't even have a nation to take care of.
Nah, man.
They don't want a nation. Their vision is different.
Who has the closest vision? We were inspired by the vision of Akon. You know Akon's vision?
Akon's vision.
Spill it, Chief. Spill
Akon's vision. That's why Akon is in Africa.
That's why he's doing it.
Yeah, every
You
2%er.
know, I'm telling them like it ain't never gonna work.
It doesn't matter what anyone says because money's
Nope.
going to pay for everything.
He's doing it. It's working.
It's whatever they want with your 2%, you're going to make it happen.
Yes.
Akon was the biggest inspiration for us because he's building what we were trying to do, where everyone's trying to do, but he's taking it out literally, changing the whole piece of Africa. He's on a roll right now.
Man, I want to speak to that too. Let me testify to that because, you know, after studying a lot of what he did. So Akon came up with this idea because he wanted to buy a power plant from the United States. You know, he wanted to have his own electricity and shit like that. But the United States does not allow a single retail seller or retail buyer to buy a power. You can't own a power plant. It has to be an institution or an organization or a government. Akon was like, fuck that. I'm going to go to Africa. He went to Africa. He's able to buy his own power plant, his own sewage plant, treatment plant, his own things to create his own, what he's calling Akon City. That's where we built that's what influenced our vision on Wefobz Nation. We want to build our own. We don't give a shit about everybody else. No, we're going to build our own. If they want to come with us and ride with us, then you come with us and ride with us. If you want to go do your own thing and stays in the ways of the world, then go stay in the way of the world. That's on you. But we're going to go do what we want to do with our financial freedom and our reaching the 2% status.
Sounds like you guys are part of the 2% if you guys was to make it. I conclude my questions. There you go. I rest my case, y'all. Here, yeah.
Case closed, y'all. Case closed.
If we was to make it, we're going to be part of the 2%, baby.
No comment. No comment. How about we agree to disagree?
Sure.
Right? The beauty of the podcast.
Man, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay, we're gonna get into following the market, and then we're gonna close out with some closing thoughts. You all ready?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so here's some stuff that came up on following the market. ChatGPT 101. Tens of thousands of people are taking ChatGPT training courses to stay ahead in the job market, written by Benzinga's Aaron Richardson. There are tens of thousands of people taking up ChatGPT courses.
Start learning learn some new skills, man.
What do you mean they're taking the course? Like what we're doing, or they're
yes, what we're doing, bro. Your idea of giving prompts and shit.
Validating everything that we're doing, man. Everything we're talking about is being.
We're already ahead of the game. I mean,
yeah, we're ahead. We're ahead.
We don't have to go pay.
Man, we're gonna get more.
Have someone teach us.
Chief put down. He says we should do our Discord. We do have a Discord, Wefobz Nation. We're gonna get that up and running, and then we can share some ChatGPT tricks over there, tips and tricks. But you gotta own one of our NFTs and get in on that Discord.
Yeah, cop one of the NFTs, the Wefobz NFTs, and we'll get some access. We're going to start designing our Discord and start training people up in there.
Oh, don't even worry, man. It's designed, bro. It's designed. We got it, bro.
We do. It's been on. We've been waiting until the community's there. Now's a great time. We talked about that on the last podcast or 2 podcasts ago, where like giving them prompts on how to do ChatGPT.
Punimo's idea.
Thanks, Punimo, on that one. We'll have it on our Discord where everyone can start training and learning some stuff. And there's a lot.
Share our ideas over there.
We're no gatekeeping. All you gotta do is grab some NFTs, take owner
access to our gates.
That's how you get into our gates, and then we can share all the stuff that you need. We need to put a donate button on our damn website too, man. We need some.
Man, let's get that. I'll get that up. The Wefobz updates. We're gonna put a donate button. Other Wefobz updates that I missed. Our website is ever. Man, we have hella podcasts going up. The Wefobz podcast show's going up. The friggin' Wefobz podcast show. I can't wait till we got another one coming soon. We got a couple of things we're going to be doing in both shows that is really going to light you all on fire in a good way. And especially for those of you who remember the old days of listening to the radio and shit, we're going to try to get that going with Wefobz podcast and the Wefobz podcast. Make you want to listen to us all the time.
Also, I'm also working on the developing of some Polynesian or Wefobz apps, so that you guys can utilize our resources. That's what the Wefobz Enterprise is all about. We see it from everywhere else. All walks of life of people. Groups have their apps to do all their convenient stuff for them. We don't have anything for us, so that's another thing that we're going to be.
It's coming. It's coming. We're talking the talk. All right, moving on for following the market. Money wise, Vishish Razangani. I hope I butchered it, but please forgive me. You need an income of over $300,000 in New York City, San Francisco, and Honolulu just to bring home $100,000 once taxes costs are factored in. And then he gives like 3 simple tips to keep more of your paycheck. Minimize housing costs, maximize tax advantage retirement accounts, and hire a professional accountant. A lot of the stuff that Wefobz Nation members are probably like, Bzzz. What the fuck you say? People, please understand, man. It's taking a lot of money just to keep a lot of money, especially with the taxes that the U.S. government is dishing out and your state. You definitely want to get up on top of financial education. You want to get that into your noggin. If you can get a financial education for your kids at the earliest age possible, we suggest you do it. It's not financial advice. We're not, professional advisors, but we feel that this journey that we're taking is something that you can learn from with us as an experience. You all feel that's right? You need $300K just to live off of $100K in San Francisco and Honolulu and the different cities like New York.
Taxes is about 30%, right?
Yeah, I think we covered it when Queen spoke about it earlier in the podcast, this podcast.
Sucks, man.
Whew. Right?
Make more money.
That's high amount of money, man. That's crazy.
That right? 300K? It's coconut crazy to us. Like,
The new norm, guys. The new norm.
2 more news and then we're good. Gamo Elon Musk took a blow to the company. This is coming from the street. What's his name? Luck Olinga. Google co-founder Brin deals a blow to Musk and Tesla after he sold his shares in the Tesla company. He sold his shares the shares for Tesla when he sold it was like $300 something. And Tesla shares right now are going for $128. And the reason he sold his shares was because you all ready for this? Elon Musk was allegedly to have an affair with his wife.
Never make business with pleasure.
That is a lesson that all Wefobz Nation members need to learn and remember.
Do not. That's crazy.
Do not mix business and pleasure. Do not.
That's a no-no.
Well, I don't get it. What's going on? What happened?
Okay, so the co-founder of Google, his name is Sergey Brin, Brin. Sold all. He was friends with Elon Musk, and he invested in the Tesla company. But after he says he found out that Elon Musk had an alleged affair with his wife, he got a divorce from his wife. Yep, and he sold a big chunk of all his Tesla shares at $312, I think it says over here.
That's a big blow.
It is for Elon Musk. It is a big blow. And after that sell-off, it was one of the big sell-offs that actually tanked the price of Tesla. Because Tesla right now, he sold at $312. Tesla right now is going for $128 a share.
Right now?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good price.
The last time it was 100 something was back 7-8 years ago when we first started back in 2016. That's a.
I wanna.
Hey, but 10,
if I could.
I mean, the 10. Tesla prices are probably down too for the car itself.
Tesla take a beating because of that freaking rocket ship that blew up. His rocket ship blew up, like the big ass rocket ship, and they didn't even tell people Elon's satellites of his 40 something satellites, 30 or something of them got destroyed on the latest asteroid thing. Something's going on, man. I think our boy's cursed. Somebody jujued our boy.
They're trying to get him. But you know what?
Yeah,
That's the best time to start getting some stocks for Tesla.
Allegedly. The Matrix is coming for him.
Well, I guess that's why everybody getting their blue mark checks back, right?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
He did say he's giving that back, right?
He's right about that.
Twitter and the blue mark checks. Damn. Damn, oh damn. Well, that's about all I have, man. Like in the market, it's just saying that people that used to be on top are not on top anymore, and people who are on the bottom are on top. It's a cycle, everyone. I mean,
Going off of what Queen was saying about Tesla's cars went down. Yeah, it dropped down to like 30,000 or something like that.
Yep, it did. It did. He cut the prices on the cars.
Yeah, and I think I sent it to you guys. Marlon, the Whalen brothers. You guys know who those are?
Yeah.
Yes.
He's on. I think he was on the Big Boys radio show.
Okay.
He's like, I got a beef with Elon Musk, and he's like, why, bro? He's like, you know what? I just bought me a Tesla, and at that time I think it was 60,000, and then a few weeks later, it dropped down to 30,000. So he's like, yeah, man, I have a beef with him. So you know what I'm gonna do? I went ahead and tweeted him. He tweeted him, complained about that. And then of course our Uncle Elon Musk when he fired back. Well, you guys are not, I don't see no checks coming my way when I raise the price of Tesla. So Martin's like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna hit reposts from other people complaining about it.
Two trolls going at each other. That's funny, man. Man, but I'm telling you, I think he got some bad juju because what's going on with the prices of Tesla cars, this is from a lot of the news that I've been reading up for our stuff. So Tesla is having a problem with the batteries, right? Remember those batteries that the cars run by? Trying to get those batteries made because Taiwan and shit. Remember, Taiwan's about to go to war with China soon, and they are one of the big makers of that helps make the batteries that do the stuff. They also found that the batteries made, like cobalt, that makes these batteries are made in these countries that do slave labor.
Yep, correct.
So they're gonna try to cut that shit. Biden is being hard on him. You better open up all your charging stations to the other EV electric vehicle providers, which he did, but it's not working because of the plugs that they plug into the damn cars are different, right? You need adapters and shit. Study. His spaceship blows up, the biggest spaceship ever blows up, and it wrecks the spaceship launching pad. And he goes on Twitter, he's like Chief said, Elon being Elon, like, it's a good practice. That spaceship cost a couple $100 million. I don't think you could call him a 2%er. That's a 1%er, or even a 0.5%er Elon level. If
that's
$1
million level.
Right?
He's not up there.
And then in Twitter is shutting down. I mean, I know, Chief, you said we should do like live spaces on Twitter. I've been hearing from my people that are on Twitter, they're having problems with their Twitter spaces. Like, it's bad.
If you're watching Elon, man, I think he's getting sloppy.
It does look like that. He's got too much on his plate.
He's got too much on his plate. I think he's overwhelmed.
Overextended himself.
Too far.
Yeah. Right? Like he was going good, popping out like hella good shit, and then you can only do so much as one human being. Remember, I told you he's supposed to try to get a community on Mars, try to get man on Mars by 2040. That's what he said.
I tell you what, though, I don't care what the news is saying. I'm still sticking with Elon.
Well, that price, my plan is I want to pick up at least 10 shares of that damn thingy if I could afford it. I'm going to try to look for the money to try to afford it. $128.
That's a steal, man. That's
Remember when it was up at 700, 800, 1,000?
Yeah.
3,000?
3,000? A lot of people saying that the markets can't get back up there, whether it's cryptocurrency or it's the stock market. But for some reason, I feel in my gut, this is not financial advice, Wefobz Nation. I just feel we're going to get there because America is resilient and we will overcome.
I don't know, man. All I see is history repeating itself. Not one nation will ever stay strong in the world forever. I kind of see us like Rome, Germany, China. Every country had their reign at one point, you know. So I'm not surprised. I won't be surprised if the United States eventually falls. I don't want it to.
Not in my
but
lifetime, Moose. Not in my lifetime.
I hope not.
Hope not. Not in our lifetime. Man, but
Or
we
even our
better.
children's lifetime. I don't know.
That's
man.
why Wefobz Nation, we got to hit this financial freedom fast because you want to take care of your kids. You better get to that financial freedom fast. Right?
Right.
Get off the damn planet.
Go back home and hide somewhere.
Oh my gosh.
Or building something. Wow.
Whew, that was a lot to talk about. Man,
That's some good
Queen.
stuff.
I liked it. I liked it. Putting more, Chief. But thank you all for coming out. Can we give some closing thoughts before we end this podcast for our listeners?
Man, shout out to the Wefobz Podcast crew right here in the house today, man. Be born Queen, man. It's always a pleasure to have you back all the time to visit us and check us out. You guys, your content is amazing, man. I highly recommend everybody go check it out.
Wefobz
so
Podcast.
Fun. It's the one. So congratulations on you guys' podcast and keep doing y'all thing, man. And we're still in April. My goodness.
What's up?
Chief Lot out. Let's go.
Queen.
I just wanna Queen.
Oh, just want to give a shout out to all of you here. Thanks, Wefobz, for having the Wefobz cast up in here. And to all our Samoan Pacific Islanders, everyone out there, have a blessed day.
Queen.
I just want to give a shout out again to Iam Tongi and all the Islanders out there doing their thing out here in the U.S., you know, bringing us out in the light. And I also want to give a shout out to El Dizzo. Looking out.
El Dizzo, thank you for commenting on one of our comments. Don't worry, we got you covered. We'll try to approach a subject from a different point of view and stuff. But you know, Wefobz Nation, we love for all you all coming on and going on this journey with us. This is Queen. This is Pootie Moore. This is Chief Lot. This is Guy So Smooth. Make sure to tune in next time on Wefobz the Podcast. We signing out. Wefobz.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Yeah.